3 things I look for when I buy my rental property. Number 1 is location. It gotta be in at least a C neighborhood. I would not buy anything in the D or F neighborhood, because D stand for danger and F stand for get the beep out. 2, does the number make sense? Can I apply the 1% rules? Which mean if I buy the property for $100,000, can I get back $1,000 in rent? Number 3 is added value. Is there room for me to increase the value of the property? For example, add an extra bedroom, bathroom, or increase the square footage of the property. The number gotta make sense, and you gotta make sure that it cash flows. So think like an investor, not a homeowner, when you buy a property.
Control your fucking sexual urges, fellas. If you want to be someone that goes out there and achieves incredible things, goes out there and becomes one of the best in his industry, you need to be laser focused. You can't be going out there fucking anything that moves. Have some self-respect. But most importantly, have some discipline. Because it takes a lot to become a success. I mean, if you read the book Think and Grow Rich, one of the key components of that book, one of the key lessons that you can take from it, is to control your sexual desires. Because if you don't control them, they will control you. And you will be a slave to your desires. And you will distract yourself with pleasure. And then you'll end up being 40 or 50 years old and having never achieved anything great in your life because you are too busy chasing tail. Fucking focus. And if you have a great woman by your side, that's incredible. She'll help you become even greater. But don't go out there having fucking pointless sex. Fucking focus, man.
I've been to the top of all of those material world mountains, and nothing makes you happy other than being useful to others. That's it. That's the only thing that ever will satisfy that thing, is that what you are is useful.
8 things that can change your life in 1 year. Number 1, stop complaining and appreciate how lucky you are every single day. Number 2, embrace loneliness and reinvent yourself in that process. Number 3, say goodbye to people that don't bring positive energy into your life. Number 4, take control of your thoughts. Remember, whatever you grow in your garden will grow, whether that's good or bad. Number 5, pick one skill you want to cultivate and put all your effort into developing that. Number 6, commit to every single goal you set and never look back. Number 7, sweat a little bit every single day to boost your mood. The last one, number 8, but most importantly, fail forward. Learn from every single mistake you make.
If you look at a guy like Jeff Bezos, for instance, that guy works all day.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a maniac.
Oh, yeah.
He's acquiring all these different companies, and everything he's doing is designed to succeed.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just
Well, that's what Gates
fanatical
just
about
said,
it.
too, in a recent interview. And I know some guys that are, they're in approximately the same universe as those two, and they just work all the time.
That's all they do.
All the time.
Yeah.
And they don't just work. They work so efficiently and so effectively and make use of every second in ways you can't even imagine unless you're in that sort of position. So, and doing that doesn't mean that you will succeed, but not doing it certainly means that you will fail.
I wish in my 20s I would have done more networking. In my 20s, especially early and mid 20s, I was very shy. I was very reserved, wanted to do everything on my own, didn't feel like I needed really anybody else. And that was the wrong way of thinking. I should have started networking way sooner, getting around other people that were doing big things. If I would have did that, things would have been way different.
The money does not bring happiness. The money can take care of a lot. The money can handle certain things. Does it bring a sense of self-worth? No. Does it bring a sense of self-satisfaction? No. In fact, it's easy to feel a sense of letdown, of betrayal, because I was raised to glamorize Hollywood, as were we all, to think of it as fame and fortune and parties. And that once I got a taste of that, everything would be fine. And then I discovered that it wasn't fine, actually. It even highlighted all of the ways that it was not fine.
Do you ever feel guilty when you're not productive? It's called productivity guilt, and it's a mindset of feeling bad when you're not creating, achieving, producing, or working hard. You might have intrusive thoughts about how you wasted your time, you're not good enough, or a failure because you didn't do enough. Now, if this is you, remind yourself that there's a difference between being busy or being productive. You're allowed to take a break, and it's not being lazy. And don't compare yourself to others. You're on your own unique journey.
Calm your nerves in 3 seconds with gum. Feeling nervous? Chew some gum. It stops you from freaking out because your brain focuses on chewing instead of your anxiety. Plus, it never hurts to have good breath.
To buy a house. I bought my first house when I was 25 years old, and it was one of the worst financial decisions I've ever made. I wasn't ready, but I thought that, okay, I need to buy a house. That is that goal that you need to strive for, and when you get it, you're super killing it, and good for you, you're amazing. And what people don't tell you is that owning a home is expensive. It may actually depreciate, and fixing all the shit that breaks is expensive.